let's crack this thing open and see what temperature it is inside of there. Oh, wow. Holy moly. 3 different ice cooler air conditioners that I built right here on the channel. But can they actually survive the brutal Las Vegas summer heat? Today, I'll be putting all 3 to the ultimate test. It's over 100 degrees in Las Vegas today. I'll be tracking temperatures inside the DIY camper to see which one keeps me cool and which one completely melts down under pressure. Let's load up the ice, start the clock, and see if DIY can beat the desert heat. I hope I bought enough ice. We've got 3 bags of ice in there. Let's get this thing plugged in and see if it cools off the camper. To power up all 3 of the ice cooler air conditioners, I'm going to be using my house battery, which is the Bluetti Elite 200. Our power station is at 100%. I've disconnected the solar panel so that we can get an accurate reading on the consumption of each of the ice cooler air conditioners. The fan on this cooler has 3 speeds. Let's just go right for high. I'm also going to use my Ogre camping fan. I'm going to circulate air in there just to give each one of these coolers its best shot. Looks like our starting temperature is somewhere around 102, 103 maybe. Let's hang this up right here. Let's close up the camper and start the test. Here's our testing outline. We'll be testing each cooler for 1 hour. We'll take a before and after temperature, ice melt rate, power consumption. We'll test all 3 coolers and then declare a winner. I started this test exactly at 12:30. Let's check back on the cooler at 1:30. Let's go over the specs for the first cooler. This little red ice cooler air conditioner is a pretty simple design. 15 pounds of ice is about perfect for this thing to set right on top. As the air blows down through over the ice, it comes out this flex form hose right out the top. This little USB fan is a pretty simple design. I just cut a hole in the lid and used some zip ties. Let's put some ice in here and fire it up. You can see with the ice in there and this flex form hose bent, when I put the lid down, that's perfect for the wind to go through over the ice and out the flex form hose on the top. I'm going to use this little USB brick. Let's fire it up. Let's get a sense of how quiet this thing is. There's 1, 2, 3. It's a very soothing sound. Let's get a decibel reading. 62-ish, 65 up close. How strong is the fan? Let's use this meter and try to figure it out. What's that say? 6.3 miles per hour? 6.3 miles per hour through a 3-inch flex form hose. I don't know how to calculate that, but that's what we got. What about temperature? Here in the garage, it's hovering around 100 degrees. Here in the back of my truck, we've got 106, 105.8. Let's look at the air coming out of the little red air conditioner. Let's take a couple readings. Oh, that's not bad. 86. It is making much cooler air than the air that's around us. Let's look at it in the thermal camera. Looking around my garage, you can see it's pretty hot, but this cooler, it's pretty cool down there. Watch when I put my hand on there. You can kind of see my handprint outline. And then the air coming out of this, see how dark that is? Okay, look at that. 32, 42. That's pretty cool. The air actually feels pretty nice coming off of there. How do you think this cooler is going to work inside the camper? Let's go back and check it out. It's been 1 hour. Let's pop this thing open and see what's going on in there. Before I show you, how well do you think it did? Let's find out. Wow, what's that say? 110? Let's see what the digital thermometer says. So let's look on the iPad here and see. This was at 12:30. This is when we started. Looks like we were at 111.6, and then it got warmer after we closed it. 113 looks like the high, 113.2. But then it started dropping, right? It started dropping, and then finally at the end, we were at 111.2. I'm pretty curious to see how much ice is in here. Oh, wow. If I had to put a percentage on it, I'd say maybe we lost 20%. 20% of the ice maybe has melted, but this could definitely run for several more hours on ice. Power? Power consumption, 0? I can't say 0. It drew some power. My battery is still at 100%. This little USB fan does not use much electricity at all. How about our little fan? Check that out. After an hour, it's still at 100% too. Let's get the next ice cooler air conditioner up here. None of these have any names yet. Let's give them names. What do you think about Little Red? Let's call this one the Beast. And then the last one with its powerful fan, let's call it the Cooler-Nator. Let's load up the Beast with some ice and start the clock. With that much ice, that'll allow my hose to kind of sit right on top of the ice. Perfect. This fan has a regular USB. I wonder how much power this will use. The temperature inside the camper is 107. That's what that thermometer says also. Sorta. Let's see what the temperature is in the bushes. Over here in the bushes, our temperature is about the same as inside the camper. It's 5 minutes after 2. Let's close this up and see where we're at in 1 hour. While the Beast is in there cooling that for an hour, let's go over the specs for it. This big blue ice cooler air conditioner is the biggest one that I have. This one is what, a 50 quart Coleman. Similar design to the little red one. I have a USB fan here on the top. And then we have this flexible hose on the bottom, flex form on the top. Let's put some ice in this thing. That's about 35 pounds of ice. I like to kind of stack it up to this one side there. This is a flexible hose, so when I put it down, I need to make sure that it's not being plugged. Okay, I got my microphone there. There's one. There's 2. There's 3. Long crest gives us that super speed. Let's take a decibel reading. 56. Over here, 67. All right, let's get some airflow here. Wind speed is 7.1 miles per hour. 7 miles per hour, 3-inch flex form hose. I don't know what that converts to for CFM. Maybe one of you out there smarter than me can tell me. Let's move on to the infrared camera. All right, here's our pictures coming in. There's the ice cooler. You can see the ice down at the bottom. That's pretty cool. Up here at the top, whoa, nice. Got about 35, 38, 38 degrees, 33, 32. That's some pretty cold air. I can't wait to see what this thing does inside the camper. It's almost 5 minutes after 3. 1 hour of testing the Beast. Let's open up the camper, see how it did. Building a DIY truck camper setup means maximizing every square inch of space. For my electrical system, I needed a house battery robust enough to manage 3 critical charging sources: rooftop solar, alternator charging while driving, and an AC power option too. That's why I bought the Elite 200 from Bluetti, today's video sponsor. Don't let the size fool you. It packs a 2600 watt inverter to effortlessly run power tools, CPAP machines, and kitchen appliances. Ready to simplify your overland or van build? Head down to the video description and check out the link for Bluetti. Use my discount code to save some money. Something went wrong. Something's going on with the fan. I'm not sure when during the test the fan failed. Let me load the data from the Inkbird digital thermometer, and we'll look at the timeline. Maybe we can figure it out. I don't think that fan worked at all. Let me try to rig something up here so we can test this again. The Bluetti power station does have an inverter, so we can run 120 volt appliances. I'm going to use this fan that I had in my office, and we're going to do the test again. I'm putting some blue painter's tape on here to try to funnel some of this air forward. I'm kind of grasping at straws here. I don't want the beast to turn into a bust. It's almost 3:30. Our temperature inside is 106.34. Let's close this up, see how cold we can make it. Incidentally, the Ogre fan is still at 100%. All right, we are back. This test went a little long. Let's crack this thing open and see what we got inside of there. All right, I hear the fan going. It feels pretty warm. Wow, that doesn't look so good. Let's look at the digital data and see what we got. All right, let's take a look here on the iPad and see the data. When we started, we were at about 106 degrees. And you can see that it was just kind of climbing. 112, 113, 115. We are at 115.8. Let's look at the ice consumption and the power consumption from this fan on the Bluetti Elite 200. Our ice here, I would say we burnt up over the course of 2 tests. Looks like we used, I don't know, maybe 20%, 25%. There's still quite a bit of ice. I'll drain the water off of that so we can use it for the next test. Let's look at our power consumption. Looks like we used 4% of the Bluetti because we were running that inverter. And the Ogre camping fan still says 100%. I love this little fan. I've got my office fan in there. Let's air this thing out before we test our last ice cooler air conditioner. All right, the Cooler-Nator. Let's load the Cooler-Nator with some ice. The Cooler-Nator has a radiator and a water pump. It does need a little bit of water to circulate around in there. I'll get more into the specs after we get this thing set up. This design does not have a USB fan. It has a proper 12 volt plug. Our starting temperature is going to be 107.24. So 107 degrees. That's what we got in there. We still have the Ogre camping fan. Here we can see the Cooler-Nator is pumping water. The Cooler-Nator's fan is variable speed. We're going to turn it all the way on to high and let this thing make some cold air. All right, it is 5:15. Our starting temperature is 106.88 degrees. Let's close this thing up. See how cold we can make it in there. This ice cooler air conditioner is one of the very first ones that I ever made. This thing's on wheels because I wanted to take it camping. The motor on this one is a boat blower motor. This is an inline blower. This is a 270 CFM motor. I thought it was 220, but it's 270. This is a 4-inch. I've got it reduced down to a 3-inch flex form hose. Here you can see it has an adjustable speed dial, and then I have a voltage regulator for the pump to limit the flow of water because it has a radiator inside. Let's pop the hood on this one. Let's take a look inside of there. Here you can see this design has a plexiglass cover so that the air is sealed up inside the lid and the radiator is up in there. So with this radiator down there, it pulls air through this radiator, pulls the air through the radiator and out the end of it here. Here you can see our water pump in there. It pumps water up through the radiator, and then I have a return line that brings it back down. Our power supply for this unit is a 12 volt. This is a regular automotive 12 volt plug. This is not a swamp cooler. The air is sealed away from the ice and away from the water. That's a swamp cooler. Now, because this has a water pump, it needs a little bit of water. I've got some ice melt water in there. I'm going to put that in there to circulate through the radiator. This one is a little bit louder than the others. Let's turn it on, and I'll put my microphone down there. Let's get a decibel reading. 68, 71. How about the wind speed? Oh my goodness, 26 miles per hour. I'm curious with the thermometer here, 59 degrees inside of there. How do you think this one is going to stack up against the competition? Let's go back to the video. All right, guys, I know we said an hour, but I can see that it's working. Let's give it a little more time and see how cold it can get. It has been 2 hours. Let's crack this thing open and see what temperature it is inside of there. Oh, wow. Holy moly. There's our temperature, guys. This thing actually did really good. I'm noticing up here it's definitely warmer. Down here it's definitely cooler. Let's look at our temperature data here. Then we'll see how much power we used, and let's see how much ice is left in there after 2 hours. Just look at that chart. Look how the temperature fell. It just fell all the way down. That is pretty cool. Let's check out the battery and see how much power is left. Looks like we have 89%. We started at 96, so what's that, 7% that we lost in 2 hours? Not that bad. Let's turn it back on and see how many watts this thing draws. Looks like we're drawing 56, 57, 56, 56 watts. All right, let's open this thing up and see how much ice is left in there. Oh, it used some ice. However, it did not quite use all of it. There's still a little left. What about our little camping fan? This little guy still has 75% left. Check that out. I love this little camping fan. I'll put a link to it down in the video description so you guys can check it out for yourself. Little red, we got the beast over here, and then the Cooler-Nator. What do you guys think of today's video? I think the Cooler-Nator definitely won. Wait a minute. I just spent $200 and bought a portable air conditioner on Amazon. Let's have a two-way competition against the Cooler-Nator. Let's find out which one will cool the truck camper the best. When I'm finished with that video, I'll put a link to it up there. But until then, check out the build video for the Cooler-Nator.